Hi everybody and welcome to Alex Ad React. Today I'm gonna react to a video called Let's Go and Meet John the Lancie. If you're wondering why I don't do a reaction to my Let's Go Meet the Brony first, is that I already seen it before starting doing reaction video. Yeah, if you want to see what's closest to the reaction to that video, go watch my reaction to the documentary, The Bronies, the unexpected adult fans of My Little Pony. So, let's go and meet John the Lancie. I'm excited to see it out because, if you don't know, I'm one of the subscribers of ILoveKimPossibleAlot. Yeah, she's one of the only one beside Silver Quill. The only analyst besides Silver Quill that I really like to watch, because normally I don't like to watch analysts, because even though I like to see different point of view of the video, sometimes, most of the time, they just go way too far in detail that I'm like, why you go that far? You don't need to go that far. And for me, just killing the enjoyment of the show itself. So that's why normally I don't watch it, but this is where I like the Kim Possible KP videos, is that she don't go too far. She said her point of view, what she liked about what she didn't like, but she don't go so deep that it's killing enjoyment. It's like, yeah, so so yeah, and that's the big project of awesomeness. So yeah, I'm excited to watch that. So let's go meet John the Lancie. By the way, who's John the Lancie? Nah, I'm joking. I'm sure you will like, what the fuck, Alex? Sorry. That's a bad. I'm doing bad jokes. Anyway, you know what? Like Pinkie Pie said, enough chit chat. Time is candy, and let's start this video in 3, 2, 1. It's not it's non-profitable. This is going to trademark. Thank you.
Same to you. Class
dismissed. Yeah, at the end of the let's go and meet the Bronies. Yeah.
Someone needs to stop locking these doors.
Hey, Silver Quill! And Crows. Alright, there's a lot of OC.
I don't see him.
Freaking!
You're supposed to be here.
Yes, maybe I was told things by people.
And you trusted some obscure random things you heard in the hallway.
I hate you.
How much trouble I had to go through to get the marching band here.
Charging you by the hour.
Fine, I'll figure it out. Never mind. Ow.
Oh, I see that. I know that reference.
Do this already.
If you watch her reviews, that's a reference on one thing she did. One of her jokes, anyway.
Here goes nothing.
So listen very carefully, every pony, and let me tell you why. And Mr. John de Lancie is a really awesome guy. Well, first he's been on TV in a lot of super shows. In Star Trek he was Q, in case you didn't know. His naughty sci-fi antics made us laugh until we'd bust.
Especially the time someone kicked him in the...
Oh, what?
Up!
Oh, well, how about the work from Alien Voices?
It's okay.
Poor guy.
He stuff in other weird places. He cameoed in Family Guy, though there weren't many traces.
In Vader Zim and Johnny Quest and Batman Yes and Charmed.
I hope his awesome pedigree will cause you no alarm.
Bromine? What's the case?
He teaches really well at Pony
It's in the
University.
gene.
At least I think he does. In our Rich Pony Diversity. He likes us all to listen. His classes are a riot, and everyone is welcome, unless you are a pirate.
You think it's good.
He also has a lot of time for all his fanfic cons. He casts a magic spell on Chucky's doing them no wrong. To each and every brony, he's never fake or phony. Even with the weirder ones who watch My Little Pony. I'm sure it's worth the stress, though we're very oddly dressed, and together we undoubtedly look like a big old mess. Considering how strange you are, we're really rather blessed. But never mind, I'm rambling. Where was I? I digress. The last thing that I'll say without being too cliche, John will help a brony out at the end of any day. And he challenges expectations in an awesome way by partaking in our fandom, which has surely sent him gray.
Oh yeah. Why she's been chased? She did nothing. Brony University.
That's all, folks.
That's gonna be hard to top, but let's try anyway. Woo!
Woo!
Whatever. I want to do this part because you know what? I'm frustrated. No one gets it. No one gets why I respect John Lancie as much as humanly possible. Sure, some assume that just because I love Discord and his character from an analytical standpoint, that it's somewhat of a given that I like the guy who voices him. Duh, right? But no, that's not the case. No, I will school you, internet, and why John Lancie is awesome, despite voicing Discord. So it's no secret that Discord is my favorite character for a number of reasons. But in order to make this case as unbiased as possible, we're just gonna hide this information at the bottom of the ocean and forget about it now. Just forget about it for a little while, okay, internet? Okay? This is why John Lancie is awesome. If there's something that proves I could never, ever be an actor, then Star Trek's weird situations are that proof. For example, Captain Picard, his crew, and Q are lost in the forest in the 12th century as Robin Hood characters. But weren't they just on a ship dealing with archaeological findings? Or the time Q and Janeway were stuck in the middle of a continuing war, but somehow they're in the middle of a civil war? Wait, what? But anyone who can make this scene somewhat work has my eternal respect.
I was good, wasn't I?
Yeah. Take a look at this clip I found.
What movie is that?
You know, me.
Sorry, I didn't see that movie.
My coming over that night, him saying something about let's make a documentary, me going, no way. Then meeting a bunch of bronies 2 weeks later, or for the 2 week period later. Right somewhere in there, I did the second episode.
Was I got a call from my agent saying that.
Yeah, that's from the Brony
And I read the material. It was very good. I went in.
documentary. I made a reaction to that one.
And completely forgot about it.
So, let me get this straight. John Delancey went into his role with little to no recollection of Discord's character, and gave a performance that made mostly everyone cry. How do you do these things that you do? I don't understand. Also, if that wasn't enough, were you guys even paying attention to the song that I painstakingly sang a little while ago? Man, you kids these days. Can't even remember 5 minutes ago, I swear. And another thing. He's like everywhere, doing not only interviews for conventions and junk, but spending a ridiculous amount of time participating in fan-targeted media. For example, do you know how many interviews he's done for just Brony media alone? Like, a lot. I know. I had to watch most of them in preparation for this. There's a lot, and leave it at that. And then he did this nifty student film that I'm pretty sure he volunteered to do. Unless...
John, did you even read this contract? It says you're gonna be paid in butter.
That explains a lot. He also left the Brony
Okay.
Clubhouse in his house to do an interview. Who does that? Also, when Lyle wrote to him when he was concerned about his conservative father, he means Lyle's parents and personally walks them into the convention. Again, who does that? He also
Yeah.
bribes people into his house to see the documentary, which I think is the funniest thing ever.
In my own home, I've done this now 4 times. In my house, you get the movie and a complimentary dinner.
Also this.
Are you having a good time?
Yeah, I remember that.
I love your outfit. You just happened to walk off the street, right?
Yeah. Wow, it's like an out of the picture.
All right.
So
Well,
cool.
enjoy yourself.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
That's awesome.
I would have been totally cool in that situation. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Now, hit it!
A bunch of 20-year-old guys who are watching a show made for 8-year-old girls. Well, they're gay. Why did they put lipstick on you? Because it went with my high heels. What is Discord's backstory? I don't know. The documentary is going to premiere at the Republican National Convention. And I went, oh my God. She called me up and she said, John, we need a psychopath.
The Discord statue.
It's mine.
Not include a segment on the clopping. They had to drag me kicking and screaming. No, you don't move. You move. No. You get closer to the camera.
22 inches or 6.
Yeah. You have a problem with that? You don't need to call me Mr. Lancie each time. My liege is good. Seriously impressed.
I was wondering what your favorite of the main 6 ponies is. Which one is your favorite?
Always like to keep my audience riveted.
But, you know what? Those aren't even the best examples. The story I found is.
I went to Toronto Comic Con at, I believe, the end of March. And it just so happened that one Mr. John Delancey was a guest there. So I decided I totally wanted something with Discord on it, signed by him. I went searching through my image folders and I found a fantastic piece of art by an artist by the name of ILoveKimPossibleAlot, and I thought, this is fantastic. It's got Discord and Celestia face to face. Celestia's looking all pissed. And I'm like, yeah, this is the perfect picture. I'm totally gonna get this signed. So I take it and I have it printed off on a nice piece of glossy paper. It looks great, and I go to the convention. I get to the convention and I'm standing in line. There's like 2 people in front of me, waiting to talk to John Delancey. And as I'm getting closer, I'm looking at the picture, and I happen to spy something in the picture that looks a little suggestive. But I think to myself, no, don't worry about it. John Delancey is a professional. So I get up there and I hand him the picture. Well, I introduce myself. I've been watching Star Trek since I was a kid. Loved you as Q, but as of late, I've been watching something else you've been in. And I handed him the picture. He's all, oh, look at that. Just a second. And he waves the girl that was in line ahead of me back. She comes up and he says, you remember I told you that I was doing voices in cartoons? She says, yeah. He says, well, this is the character I was playing. And he holds the picture up and he points to Discord and he says, this is Gluey. I mean Discord. She kind of nods her head and she says, it looks kind of like you. And he turns around and he says, what part of this looks like me? And she looks all nervous right at me and she's like, what do I say? And I just kind of stroke my beard and she's like, yeah, facial hair, that's it. And he looks at it, he's like, no. He was like full scruff. Yeah, facial hair. He's like, no. Part of me did it. No. She walks away and he's like, he puts the picture down on the table and he grabs his pen and he's like, so you want me to sign this? And I said, yes. He's like, okay. Puts the pen, he's just about to touch the paper and he lifts it away from the paper and puts it down and picks it up and says, what is that? And hand to forehead, I'm just like, oh my god. He's like, what is this? And I'm like, it's not what you think. And he's like, well, it kind of looks like, and I'm like, I know what it looks like. It's his tail wrapping around behind Celestia and coming up in front. And he's like, really? I'm like, yes, really. He's like, I don't know. I wonder if anybody else sees this. So he turns to his left, where one Miss Nicole DeBoers is sitting. Nicole DeBoers being the actress that played Ezri Dax in Deep Space Nine. And he says, "Nikki, come here." She stands up, walks towards his table. He's like, "Look at this." And she looks at it, and it doesn't even take her a split second. She's like, "Oh my god, what is that?"
What is happening?
I'm just beat red at this point, and John is chuckling. And he's like, "Yeah." And he says, "We were discussing earlier about how apparently they muddled Discord after me, but I think this is the only part they got right." Nicole kind of gives him a, "Yeah, shut up" kind of look. And she walks back to her table, and he's like, "I think that's what this is." I'm like, "That's not what it is." And he's like, "Let's check again." And he starts flagging down con staff. And he's like, "Look at this, look at this. This is the only part of the Discord they modeled after me." Just like, half of them are laughing, and the other half are
Oh my god!
"Oh my god, what is he signing?" He finally stops showing it to everyone that will stop for 10 seconds and puts it down on the table and all chuckling all the while, grabs his pen. He's like, "Where would you like me to sign?" And I'm like, "Wherever the you want to." And he's like, "Okay." So he signed right on the top of the big blue penis.
Oh my
There you are, sir. You have now heard the story of getting John Delancey to sign a big blue penis. John Delancey is the biggest troll I've ever seen.
Okay, I get it. That was really funny, alright? You know, the thing with the wing, it was good, yeah. Good times.
That was a wing! Okay.
Wait, that happened just like 2 minutes ago. More like bad memories. 2 minutes?
Oh!
But I think it's time to wrap up with the funny business and move on to something else. This might be hard. I'll do my best. Well, this part, I think I need to open up about something. Like why I decided to take on this mammoth of a project. When this was released, I felt really disappointed. But I think I need to take a different approach to this and talk to someone else about it. Hi John, my name is Rachel, and I'm sure you're probably really confused about what you just saw. Even more so depending on
That's
how you
creepy.
got it. But that was just me and my team's way of saying thank you. I know the documentary kind of got murky with the pirating and all the other issues, and I felt like I had to do something, so that was my kind of gift to you. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm really nervous about talking and speaking on camera, but I'm trying to keep my cool. It's very hard.
That voice
I will
is
say
it's
that
her.
without Discord, I probably would not have given the show a chance. And now that I've actually watched the show, I've built this big community of people and fans, and it's weird for me to think about, but at the same time, I really can't imagine my life without it. So I just wanted to thank you for kind of inadvertently giving me that gift, and that was probably part of the reason why I felt like I had to do this. That's all I really wanted to say. Thank you so much.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, John Lancie.
Thank you, John Delancey.
Thank you, John Delancey.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John Delancey.
Thank you, John Delancey.
Thank you, John.
Live prong and losper. Or something like that.
Thank you, John Delancey. Oh. Oh! The bow tie! She didn't do nothing! What are you right here? Man, it's true, it's a big project. Look at all those guys that work on that. With the mustache. Yeah. That's awesome, guys. Seriously, all the work are really great in this video. Seriously.
just slapped myself in the face 4 times. I hope you're happy.
If you don't understand why DJ Brony received a flashlight in the face, just watch her reviews. You'll understand. Okay, that was awesome. Seriously, that was awesome. But I have to say that there's one point where I feel kind of awkward, but I think that it's gonna be long to explain, so that I'll get to that point. But I will start with all the other stuff, the good stuff. First, that was awesome. That was simply awesome. I mean, the project itself, all the guys that work on that, seriously, that's awesome. That was simply awesome. I mean, secondly, the animation, really smooth, really good, good jokes, all the little Easter eggs, all the little jokes. Secondly, that was awesome too, because we kind of have a 3 video for the price of 1. The first, the original animation with the song and stuff, with all the inside joke, with all the appearance of all of OCs of, because those are a lot of analysts that recognize that I know who they are. So anyway, for their appearance, it's cool. Secondly, you got a KP that talking why John Lancie is cool, and in the third video with the guy that's being trolled by him. I don't know for what it was, but that was freaking awesome. So we got 3 videos in one. So that was really cool. The music too. The I don't know, the catchy. It's like. I think I will have that music in my head for a long while. Yeah, I mean, it's really awesome, and I think John Lancie really deserved that. I mean, watching him and what she showed to us, it looks really like a friend. He's really friendly, more than I knew. So that's pretty. I think he really deserved it. But here's the part where I kind of felt kind of awkward, because hi everybody. I'm sorry. What is happening, Alex? I cut the last part of the video because I'm kind of made a mistake. I've had a misperception about something. Well, to put you in context, what I was about to say in the original video is that I felt awkward because I really felt like that when she said, "Oh, you give me a gift without even knowing," I wanted to say thank you. I found it awesome, but kind of awkward because I was like, it's not a god, it's a human being. I mean, when people is like, "Oh, you're awesome, you're my life," I felt awkward, and I kind of felt a little bit like that watching her, but especially I felt like I never met somebody. I always been used to relate on myself most of the time, but when I was editing, I was thinking about it, and I realized that actually it's not the case at all, and actually I can really relate to how she felt about John Lancie. Just that, I mean, when I needed to go further in my life and it was kind of hard, you guys, all of my fans, really supported me, and it really made a difference. Heck, I even did what she did. I made a tribute video for you guys. So so that was really a misperception of my from me. it's not actually awkward at all, and I really understand how she felt toward John Lancie. Just that my case was different, that's all. But still really similar. So I don't think that KP is watching this, but if you by any luck you watching this, KP, I'm sorry for my mistake. Even though I cut that part so I can prevent it, but I was still in the wrong in the end, and I'm sorry. Yeah. So yeah, and don't worry, guys. From what I've cut, you don't miss anything. I just said what I said, and then I finished the video. So don't worry about it, guys. So yeah. So that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this as I did. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.